So let's come seated, shut the eyes down or take a little gaze down at your mat. If the mind chatter is quite loud, perhaps let your ears focus on a sound that you can hear within your own environment, whether that be my own voice or whether it be something else within the room that you're sitting in. Keep the gaze low or shut the eyes down completely. Notice how the mind and body feel. So just simple exploration, perhaps noticing any tender or tense spots. Shoulders, necks, usually a common one, even the lower back. Notice the breath in. And notice the breath out. Start to lengthen through the spine, but let there be a softness in the shoulders. Soften the jaw and the facial features. Let's just do what's called a box breath. So you can either just let the hands just rest where they are, or you can place one on the belly and one on the heart, whatever resonates with you. And we're going to inhale for a count of 1, 2, 3. Pause for a count of 1, 2, 3. Then exhale fully for 1, 2, 3. So inhale, 1, 2, 3. Pause, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Just do 3 more rounds of breath, keeping it simple, so just counts of 3. Just starting to soothe the body and soothe the mind. And as you're just doing your box breath, perhaps simplicity just boils down to 2 steps. Identifying the essential and eliminating the rest. Once you've done your 3 breaths, just allow a few more just breaths in your own natural cycle. You might find your breath has lengthened. If it feels comfortable for you, just opening the eyes, keeping the gaze down onto the mat. Softening through the shoulders. From the breath in, peel the shoulders open and shine the heart out. It's okay, turn the gaze up, otherwise just keep the gaze neutral. On the exhale, scooping the belly in, dropping the gaze and reaching the arms in front. Inhale, peeling the shoulders back as you gaze up. And as you exhale, rounding the back as you reach the arms in front. Yeah, that's it. Let's do a few more, just warming the body up. Inhaling to peel open. Exhaling, reaching forward, feeling the stretch in the arms, but keep the neck soft. 1 more. Breathing in to open. And breathing out to reach forward. Just do a couple more in your own breath, really peeling those shoulders open. You're inhaling and exhaling as you go. And once you've done your last one, float the arms all the way up. Take a gentle back bend here. And as you exhale, left hand on right knee, right hand behind. Take a twist. Inhaling to lengthen, exhaling to twist over the right shoulder. Breathing in to lengthen, and then letting the breath go. Soft jaw. Everything comes back round to center. Reach the arms up, deepen the back bend if you want to go a bit deeper. As you exhale, right hand on left knee, left hand behind. Take a breath in to lengthen. As you breathe out, this time gazing over the left shoulder. One more breath here. Floating everything back round to center. Click your way onto all fours, just moving easy. Taking as much time as you need. Know that simplicity is not about deprivation, it's about a greater appreciation for the things that really matter in your life. Perhaps this time is showing us exactly that. Just rock the hips towards the heels and then rock them back over towards the palm. Just check out how that back feeling, especially the lower back. Perhaps decide if you need to treat your body a little bit more gently this evening. Soften the gaze down onto the mat. Just do a couple more rocks like that. Taking your time. And then when you finish, lifting the hips up and walking the hands into puppy pose. So bringing the palms to the edges of the mat. Just dropping the chest down. Pushing the hips up towards the ceiling. Get that nice extension of the spine. Just savor each breath. Savor each posture. And just take time to enjoy the simple things. One more breath here. If you want a deeper stretch, push the chest down a little bit more towards the mat. One more breath. Walking the hands all the way back, come back onto all fours. Taking some cat-cow pose here. On the breath in, the waist goes back as the gaze goes up. And on the breath out, rounding and arching belly button to spine. Let's do a couple more. Inhaling, waist goes back as the gaze goes up. As you exhale, rounding belly button to spine. One more. Inhaling in, keep the shoulders soft. And exhaling out. Beautiful, everyone. Come back to a neutral spine. Dig the toes in. Let's come up for downward facing dog. If you're feeling fatigued, stay on all fours. If you're in downward facing dog, make the feet a little bit wider and then bend the knees and push the upper body back towards the thighs. So the hips are shooting up towards the ceiling. The feet are a little bit wider than normal. And we're getting that nice stretch of the spine. You're inhaling and you're exhaling. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. Just take a gentle sway of the hips, bending the knees as you come through center, swaying to the other side. As you come through center, bend the knees towards the mat and push to the other side. If you're not sure, I'm demonstrating. So the knees come down towards the mat, then you rock the hips to one side. Come back through center, and then rocking the hips to the other side. Some of you may even want to take some circles here, just exploration. You might want to roll over towards high plank, and then roll all the way back, making a circle with the hips. If it's too much on the balls of your feet, you just simply drop towards the knees. Let's do a few more like that. Just being curious about which spots perhaps need a little bit of gentle care tonight. Send the breath to those areas. Finish the motion that you're on, whether that's a circle or a rock. Bring the feet back to hip width distance. Drop the knees down. Scoot the feet back towards the mat, so it's like a modified high plank. Use your core to keep you upright. And then just take a quick glance over the left shoulder, dropping the right hip. Inhale, good lift. Come back up to center. As you exhale the other side, looking over the right shoulder as you drop the left hip. Do one more in your own breath. Inhaling, you push yourself up using your core. Exhaling, you take a little twist as one hip drops. Inhaling to come back up. Exhaling over to the other side. Inhale, push yourself back up. Take a nice back bend. Waist goes back as the gaze goes up. And as you exhale, push the hips back, widen the knees, and come into child's pose. Drop the head down towards the mat. And reach forward with the fingertips. If that's too intense on your shoulders, you bring the hands back towards the heel. Just regulate the breath here. Taking a pause. Notice the breath just sweeping in. And notice the breath sweeping out the same way. Notice the quality of your mind. Sometimes life is pretty simple, but we insist on making it a little bit more complicated than it needs to be. One more breath here. Gently, when you're ready, lifting the hips up, bringing the palms back, coming back onto all fours again. Take one cat-cow here. Breathing in, the waist goes back as the gaze goes up. As you breathe out, rounding and arching the back. Stick the toes in again, come up into downward facing dog or stay on all fours if that's more nourishing. Take a breath in, let the breath go. And take a glance to the top of the mat. It's like you're just crawling up. So bring the left leg out to the left side. Swing the hips to the left. Bring the right foot out to the right side. Swing the hips to the right. And then take as many steps as you need until you come to your palms. Make the feet a little wider and hang in ragdoll. So just taking the pressure off the lower back as the feet are a little wider. We're trying to keep everything fluid tonight. So even that gentle rock of the hips from side to side, perhaps bending one knee and then the other knee. Soften the back of the neck down towards the mat, good Claire, so that the head is really heavy. Just let go of any tension from your day. Sometimes the simplicity of life is simply just being yourself. This practice allows you to be yourself, to make your practice just fine-tuned to what you need. And sometimes the less can be better. One more breath. Press into the mat with the feet. On the inhale, come into a halfway lift, a nice flat back. On the exhale, a forward fold as you empty the breath. On the inhale, reach the arms up all the way to standing, strong arms. Good. On the exhale, hands to your heart space, empty the breath completely. Inhale, the arms reach up and over as you take it back. As you exhale, take a swan dive to your mat, empty the breath completely. Inhale, a halfway lift, a nice flat back. Exhale, you forward fold. Bend the knees as much as you need to. We're coming up straight away. Breathing in, reach up a little bit taller, the arms reach up. As you exhale to your heart space, let the breath go, but the jaw is soft. Good it down. Inhale, taking the back bend, reaching up and over. And as you exhale, take a swan dive to your mat, empty your breath. Inhale, a halfway lift. This time as you exhale, the hands come on the mat. You can either go through a flow if you want a bit more strength and come into high plank. You can drop the knees here if you need to, or take a cat-cow curl. If you're in high plank, don't dump in the back. Round through the shoulders, engage the core. Take a breath in to prepare with a soft neck on the exhale, coming all the way down. Inhale. You're taking a back bend for up dog, or you're taking a cat-cow curl. Good standing.
Exhale, dip the toes in, come up for downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Notice the mind chatter. Try and guide it back to the inhale and exhale. Your next inhale, extend the right leg all the way up. Take a big breath in. Feel free to drop onto your knees if you need to. Bend the knee, stack it over the left hip. Keep equal weight in your palms. You can either do it like this in downward facing dog, or the left knee can drop down and you can take the same stretch. You decide what you need. Keep equal weight into the palm. One more breath here. Inhale. As you exhale, the right foot comes forward. Angle the back foot for stability. Once you're stable, the arms come up. Warrior one. Soften through the shoulders. Just focus through the eye gaze. Peel the shoulders back. Let's open the heart up as you lean back. Keep stable in your feet. You're just taking it back. So the right knee is still in a lunge. The back leg is strong. Get good. And you're leaning back. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, the arms reach up. As you exhale, open up to warrior 2. Right arm in front, left arm behind. Make any adjustments in the feet that you need to. Take a breath in. Let the breath go. So we're doing something different. Don't overthink it. So with reversing the warrior, we would normally flip the front palm and reverse back like this. We're taking it the other way. Keep it simple, don't overthink it. So this time the palms are facing down, the back hand swings forward and reaches up, and the front hand reaches back, and you straighten the front leg. As you exhale, you lunge with the right knee back to warrior 2. Beautiful. Inhale, reaching up, straighten the front leg, push the right palm back. Exhale, lunge and open up. Let's do 2 more in your own breath. Inhaling to create length. Exhaling to lunge and open. 1 more. Breathing in and breathing out. Cross the wrists in the front of the body. Let's just hold this Skandasana. So rock onto the front heel, bend the back knee, sink the body down. We're just holding this one. Soften the gaze down onto the mat. And if you want to go deeper, you just come down a little bit lower. Hold it for 3. Feel the stretch in the legs. 2, 1. And then come back through to warrior 2. Open the arms up. This time let's reverse the warrior. Flip the front palm, inhale to reverse. Exhale, back to warrior 2, soft shoulders, good here. 2 more. Breathing in to reach up and over. And then let the breath go. 1 more. Breathing in. And breathing out. Coming back to warrior 2, soften the shoulders, really lunge with that right knee. Bring the right palm towards the mat. Some of you maybe only hit the ground. If not, just let it hit, hold on to the ankle like I'm doing. And then bring the top arm nice and straight up. Gaze can be at the top thumb, or you can keep the gaze neutral, but keep the right knee in a lunge. We're not straightening that leg. Take a breath in, reach up really tall with that top arm. 1 more breath. And then the left hand comes down. We come and frame the foot. Pivot on the ball of the back foot. Drop the back knee down. Just easy drop the knee down, flatten off the back foot. Focus your gaze on one spot in the front of the mat. Once you feel stable, so pressing into the feet, bring the palms onto that front thigh. Wide shoulders. Elbows are wide and the shoulders are soft. Press down with the palms into that front thigh. On the breath in, it's like you're lengthening through the spine. On the breath out, it's like you're pushing the right knee away, opening up that back hip. You'll feel the Inhale to push up, keep the gaze at one spot to keep you stable. Exhale to push the leg away. One more. Breathing in to come up. Good. Breathing out to lunge and open up. Drop the left palm down onto the mat. Inhale the right arm up. Take a little twist. Gazing at the top thumb or just keeping the gaze neutral. Inhale one more breath. As you exhale, swing the hand to the inner edge of the right foot. Let's come into runner's lunge. For those of you wanting to come down onto the mat with your forearms, go ahead. Those of you wanting to rock onto the side of the foot, go ahead. And then listen to what your body needs now. Making movements or keeping still. Notice the quality of your breath. And just allow the mind to be with you present, completely present. When we choose simplicity, often peace, quiet and calm will follow. When we complicate our lives or get too busy, that's when chaos comes. Notice how perhaps this hip's feeling, whether it's holding any tension. And gently with your breath, just start to release that tension. Sometimes simplicity simply means looking at this world with a childlike wonder and curiosity, just to see how beautiful it really is. Taking one more breath here. And then very gently, if you're on your forearms, come back onto your palms. Frame that front foot with your hand. Come onto the ball of the back foot, lifting the leg up. Just taking a gentle rocking action first, backwards and forward. Try not to tense the shoulders up. And then bring the rocks to a stillness. Straighten the front leg to your degree. It doesn't have to be completely straight. Take a breath in, so almost like a halfway lift, lengthening through the spine. As you breathe out, we're dropping the head towards that front leg. Some of you may want to stay here. If you want to take the stretch deeper, lift the toes up and you'll instantly feel a deeper stretch. Some of you may want to grab the toes and pull them towards you as you lower the head down. Just options. You take whatever move that you need. With each inhale, a subtle lengthening through the spine. With each exhale, perhaps coming down a little bit longer. One more breath. And then dropping the foot flat if it's elevated. Frame that front foot with your palms. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, you're stepping towards the front of the mat, hanging in ragdoll. Just let that upper body be heavy. Forward folds are really good if you've had a busy day or if the mind is busy. And try and couple it with some deeper inhales and exhale. Sometimes our life simply does need to be uncluttered, coming back to basics. One more breath here. On the inhale, sweep the arms up all the way to standing, reaching up nice and tall. On the exhale, bring your hands to your heart space, empty the breath. Inhale, reaching up and over, take a back bend. As you exhale, swan dive to your mat, empty the breath completely. A halfway lift, a nice flat back. And as you exhale again, place the hands on the mat. You can either drop onto all fours and take a cat-cow or come into high plank position. Take a breath in, engage the core, not your back. A breath in to prepare. As you breathe out, elbows tucked in, coming all the way down. Inhale, up dog, or you're taking a cat-cow curl. Exhale, digging the toes in, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Calm the mind. Make the breaths a little bit longer. Inhaling
and exhaling. Just enjoy the simplicity of just being a little bit slower, letting go of any urgency, stress, or angst. Just need to be here right now. Feel free to stay on all fours if you need to. We're extending the left leg all the way up. Taking a big breath in and then bending the knee, stacking it over the right hip. So we're either in downward facing dog, equal weight in the palm, or you've dropped the right knee down and taking the modifications. That's what your body's calling you to do. One more breath here. Inhale, the left leg shoots up. As you exhale, we're landing it through again. Angle the back foot to give you that stability. And once you're stable, breathing the arms up, warrior one. Once you feel stable in the feet, make a pistol grip with the palm, so pointer finger pointing up and the rest of the fingers interlaced. And let's take a back bend here. So keep the left knee in a lunge. That back leg is strong and you're just leaning back like you're trying to shine the heart up towards the ceiling. Gaze can be neutral or up towards the ceiling. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, you reach up. Exhale, open the arms up for warrior 2. Notice if the shoulders are feeling a little tense. Just give them a little shrug up to the ears and a big audible breath out. One more like that. Inhaling, shrugging the shoulders up. Exhale, an audible sigh out. So keeping the palms facing down into warrior 2. This time the left hand swings back, the right arm swings up and the front leg straightens. Exhale, lunging, opening to warrior 2. Inhale, little bounce of the knees as you reach up. Exhale, warrior 2. 2 more. Breathing in to reach up, perhaps adding a gentle back bend. Exhale, warrior 2. 1 more. Inhaling to reach up and over. Exhale, warrior 2. Land the shoulders home. Flip the front palm. No, we're bringing the back hand to meet the front hand. Let's take Skandasana first. So straightening the front leg, rocking back on the front heel and bending the back knee, coming down as low as you want. Gaze is down, the back of the neck is soft. If you want to come down a little bit lower to deepen the stretch, the body comes down a little bit lower, holding it for 3. Feel the strength in your legs. 2, 1. Back to warrior 2. Use your leg strength in your core to come all the way back up. Now we flip the front palm. Inhale to reverse, reaching up and over. Exhale, warrior 2. 2 more. Breathing in, reaching up and over. And then letting the breath go. 1 more in your own breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Soften the shoulders. Keep that left knee in a lunge. And then we're dropping the left hand to the outer edge of that left foot and bringing the right arm up. So if the hand doesn't reach the mat, you just hold on to part of the leg and you reach up with that top arm. But the left knee is in a lunge, it's not triangle pose. Gaze can be down at the mat or you can gaze up depending on neck sensitivity. Holding it for 1 more breath here. Reach up a little bit taller with that top arm. As you exhale, the right hand comes down onto the mat. Pivot on the board of the back foot. We're framing the foot. Just dropping that back leg down. Place the right hand on the mat. Inhale, the left arm reaches up. Take a big breath in. Reaching up nice and tall. And as you exhale, the left hand comes down. Focus your gaze on a point in front of you.
Press into both feet. Once you feel stable, we're breathing the palms up onto that front thigh. Soften through the shoulders. On the breath in, pushing into the thigh with the palms as you just create length in the spine but not tensing the shoulders. And on the exhale, opening up that back hip as you push that left thigh away from you. Inhale, you're coming up. Exhale to open up with your breath. 2 more. Breathing in and breathing out. Good, everyone. 1 more. Inhaling and exhaling. Gently drop the right hand down. The left hand follows to the inner edge of the left foot, coming into your runner's lunge on this side. So either staying on your palms, dropping on your forearms, scooting the foot out to the left. And those organic movements. Trying not to complicate things in your mind. Just doing what you feel is necessary for your practice. Sometimes all we need is simply less. And perhaps when we crave simplicity, before this all happened, many of us have probably have said, I wish things could be simpler. Going back to basics. When we crave simplicity, we're not after an easier life, we're just simply after a life. Know that you're breathing in. And know that you're breathing out. A few more breaths here, just exploring this side of the body. Again, be curious how this hip feels. Taking 1 more breath here without rushing. If you're on your forearms, coming back onto your palms, framing that front foot again. Press it in firmly, coming onto the ball of the back foot, lifting the leg up. Just first taking that gentle swinging action backwards and forwards, keeping the gaze down at the mat. The neck is soft. Let's do a couple more. And then bring the rocks to a stillness. We're straightening the front leg. Taking a breath in, lengthening through the spine, and as you breathe out, floating nose to knee. Keep pushing out through the ball of the back foot. If you're wanting to take that stretch deeper, you lift the toes up. Some of you may want to pull the toes towards you to get a deeper stretch. With each inhale, that subtle lengthening. With each exhale, perhaps coming down a little bit longer. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling to deepen the stretch. 1 more breath. Gently dropping the foot back down. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, just step to the front of the mat, hanging ragdoll. Notice how the legs are feeling. Back of the neck be soft, the crown of the head heavy. Perhaps that gentle sway from side to side. Maybe life is as simple as it really is. Maybe we just have to stop trying to figure it out, to let go of control. 1 more breath here. This time, let's gently float up. As you float up, engage the core. But as you come up, almost like you're taking a rock from side to side as you gently creep the body up. So swaying the hips, swaying the arms from side to side, keeping everything nice and fluid. Yeah, good, everyone. And then coming up to standing, peeling the shoulders back. Keeping the feet firmly on the mat, the crown of the head is the last thing to come up. And keeping the feet firmly, keep that swaying going. So you just almost like the pelvic circle here, the hips are just making a circle, drawing a circle. When you're ready, flip it round the other way. How does your quality mind right now? Notice the breath. Perhaps just finish the circle that you're on. Allow the body just to come back to stillness. Peeling the shoulders back. On the inhale, bring the right knee up. Bring the right arm out to the side. Catch the foot behind you, keeping that right shoulder open. If you feel you need to hold on to a wall, hold on to a wall with the left hand. Otherwise, the left arm reaches up. You're welcome to stay here or focus your gaze on a spot in front of you. And as you keep your eye gaze firmly fixed on that spot, start to bring the leg with you and the body forward for dancer's pose. Keep the eye gaze focused. If you fall out, you simply try again. Or you just stay into that first beautiful, everyone beautiful dancer. Hold it for another breath in. Let the breath go. And keeping hold of the legs, start to pivot all the way back up. Take a breath in. As you release the right knee up, bring the right arm up to inhaling, exhaling, keeping your balance, soft shoulders for 3, 2, 1. Drop the foot down, bring the hands down by each side. Just give a little shrug of the shoulders up and down. Inhaling up and down. There's beautiful focus tonight, everyone. Drop the shoulders down. Bring the hands in front of you. A little bit of Tai Chi. So bring the feet a little bit wider than hip width so you've got a firm base. And then just bring a softness in the knees. So micro bend the knees. On the breath in, we're peeling the shoulders back. On the breath out, the palms come back, roughly a palm width apart. On the inhale, the right arm pulls back as though you're pulling a bow and arrow. On the exhale, it comes back to center. On the inhale, we peel open again, showing the heart out. On the exhale, bringing the hands back, the body to neutral. Inhale, the left arm peels back like a bow and arrow. On the exhale, coming back to center. Let's do one more round on each side. Inhaling, peeling the heart open. Exhaling, coming back to center. Inhale, the right shoulder peels open. Exhale to come back. Inhale, both palms come open. Exhale to come back. One more. Inhale, the left arm and the left shoulder peels open. Exhale to come back to standing. Inhale, reach the arms up. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, send the hands down by your side. Soften the gaze. This time the left knee comes up, the weight's in the right foot. Peel the left arm back. Lift the foot behind you, catching it, keeping the shoulder open. The right arm reaches up or holds onto a wall. Notice the difference in your balance on this side and stability. Focus your eye gaze on something in front of you, and then when you're ready, start to bring the foot with you as you come into dances on the other side. Keep grounded in that supporting foot. Beautiful, everyone. Good. Beautiful. Beautiful dances there tonight. One more breath. Keeping hold of the foot. Just start to bring the body back to neutral. The right arm's reaching up. The left knee comes up as the left arm releases up. Let's hold it for 2 breaths. Inhaling in. Focus your eye gaze. Exhaling out. Inhaling in. Exhaling out. And then just bring everything back to the mat. The arms are down by your side. Bring the feet a little wider than hip width. Let's just slow things down a little. Press into the mat with the feet. On the breath in, the arms reach up. Fingertips meet at the top. Follow your hands with your eyes. On the exhale, coming into a squat, palms come down towards your heart space. And then as you exhale, just fold forward, softening. On the inhale, strong legs and strong arms as you come all the way up. Fingertips meet at the top, feel the length in the spine. And on the exhale, squatting down, hands to your heart space, emptying the breath as you fall forward. One more, breathing in, reaching all the way up. And breathing out, squatting, forward fold. This time on the breath in, reach the arms up. As you bring your hands to your heart space, scoot the feet back to hip width distance. Empty the breath completely. Inhale, you're reaching up and over for a back bend. As you exhale, a swan dive chin mat, empty the breath. Inhale, a halfway lift, a nice flat back. As you exhale, hands on the mat, your choice. You either come through a flow, high plank, or take a cat-cow curl. A breath in to prepare if you're in high plank. As you breathe out, use your core to come all the way back down. Inhale for a back bend. As you exhale, split the knees, come into child's pose. Take a breather, resting the head down, reaching forward with the arm. Keep it simple, a grounding pose with breath. And simply that's all this practice is. It's simply breath and movement. Breath and movement. Simple inhalation and a simple exhalation. Perhaps simplicity is about subtracting the obvious, but adding the meaningful. One more breath here. And then gently just walking the hands back, coming onto all fours. Let's swing the ankles out to the side. We're coming onto our sit bones, but let's try this. Most of you have done this with me before, so we're coming onto, it doesn't matter which side, we're doing both sides. So making like a Z shape and then resting the arm down like that. If you feel that's not nourishing for you, you can just prop yourself up like this, but try not to crunch. I'm showing you this alignment where you're just slouching. So you're either propped up like this or you're lying down on your mat like this. So the knees are together and the feet, the sides of the feet are together. I hope everyone can see that, I'm not sure, but I hope you can. First, we're just keeping the feet together. So imagine there's glue keeping these feet sealed. The heels are together. You're sitting up nice and tall, you're lying down. We're inhaling, just splitting the knees, keeping the feet together, splitting the knees. The feet are on the ground. As you exhale, bring them back down. Good, Liz, good modification. Inhale to come up. Exhale to come down. A few more. You might not feel anything, you will feel it in a minute. Inhale up. Exhale down. Let's do 3 more, keeping those feet together, breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling, exhaling, soft jaw. 1 more. Inhale, exhale. So you can either keep doing this. If you're wanting more, you can probably start to feel it in that top glute. We're lifting the feet up, keeping that engagement at the feet, sides of the feet together, and doing the same thing. So inhaling up, but the feet are elevated. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. 3 more. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhaling. Exhaling. 1 more. Keep those feet elevated if you've taken that. Inhaling. Exhaling. Drop the feet down. Extend the top leg
out in front, so point the toes. Bring the foot just a little bit in center, so in front of you. Keep the toes pointed. Imagine you've got a crayon between the big toe and the one next to it. And you're just making little circles, one way. And then the other way. Keep pointing the toes. We're holding it for 5, 4. I'm counting slowly with a purpose. 3, 2, 1. Relax the leg. Give a big sigh out and just give that glute a little bit of a massage, a little tap. Take a deep inhale in. Let the breath go. Now the other side. So flipping over to the other side. Either lying down or just keeping up straight. Bending the knees are together, the sides of the feet are together. And then for the first one, we're keeping the feet on the ground, we're just inhaling, splitting the knees. Exhaling to come down. Inhale to open. Exhale to come down. Inhale to open. Exhale to come down. 3 more in your own breath. Mine's just a guide. Breathing in, letting the breath go. Inhaling, exhaling. Keep integrity in your posture, your upper body. So it's not slouching. 1 more. And then you can either keep doing this or start to lift the feet up, but keeping them stuck together and then doing the same. So inhaling to open, exhaling. So if the feet are up and you're upright like I am, make sure you're not dumping into your lower back. So engage the core muscles to keep integrity in your upper body. So wherever you are, let's do 3 more. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. 1 more. Inhale, exhale. The feet drop down. You extend that top leg. Point the toes. Bring the foot a little bit in center. And then those circles. So we're keeping the foot nice and high. Pointing the toes. Making circles one way. And then the other way. Holding it for 5. Keep pointing the toes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then relax the body. Let a big sigh out. Push yourself up. Perhaps give that top glute a little tap. And then you're coming down onto your mats, bringing the knees in for a squeeze. Massaging the lower spine, the lower back. Perhaps making some circles one way and then the other way. Taking a breath in, letting the breath go. Before you come into your inversion of your choice, just extend the legs out. Take a full body stretch. So really stretch out the glute muscles and the stretches we've taken. Take a deep inhale in as you point the toes away, bring the palms overhead. A big letting go sigh out the mat. 1 more. Inhaling in and letting go sigh out. And then make your way into your inversion. So if you have a block and you want to use your block, so you've got a pillow, legs up against the wall is a nice one. And just allow the body to hang in your inversion. We'll stay here for a few rounds of breath. If you're wanting a more active inversion, then come either into an unsupported bridge or shoulder stand. But if you're in shoulder stand, make sure you support your lower back. Allow the breath to enter
And allow the breath to leave. Start to really slow down the breath cycle in your inversion here. So perhaps if the mind chatter is still there, use the breath that we did at the beginning of the practice by counting inhale, pause, and then exhale. You can soften the facial features too, so the skin around the eyes, the mouth, and the chin. Perhaps simplicity means unburdening your life and living lightly with fewer distractions. Going back to a simpler life doesn't necessarily mean taking a step backwards. Perhaps you're actually taking a step forwards to improve. Take one more round of breath here. Completing the exhale fully. Make your way out of the inversion, and as you make your way out of the inversion, we'll all meet with the spine and the shoulders on the mat, but the feet nice and wide to take a gentle twist. You can make the feet as wide as you want to take the twist. So if you're wanting a deeper twist, you just make the feet a little wider. Bring the arms overhead, micro-bend the elbows. Just stay here for a deep breath in and a long exhale out. Take another breath in and then float the knees to one side. Gaze can be to the opposite side that the knees are pointing, or just keep the chin neutral. Again, deepen the breath cycle here. One more breath. Use your core to bring the knees back up. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, over to the other side. Giving the twist here. Another inhale and exhale. Use your core to bring the knees back up. If you feel to take any other postures, make your way there now to take them. Otherwise, you can perhaps take another full body stretch and come into Shavasana in your own time. Just giving your body what it needs before the final resting pose. Some of you may want to dim your lights down if you want to.
Rashi's from.
Or just find some props to make you a little bit more comfortable. And then once you feel comfortable, just get settled into that posture. I'll guide you out when the time is ready.
Tell me something, girl. Are you happy in this modern world? Or do you need more? Is there something else you're searching for? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for a change. And in the bad times I feel myself. Tell me something more. Aren't you tired trying to fill that void? Or do you need more? Ain't it hard keeping it so hardcore? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for the change. And in the bad times I feel myself. I'm on the deep end, watch as I dive in. I'll never meet the ground. Got to the surface when it can't hurt us. Far from the shore now. In the shadow, in the shadow, in the shadow, far from the shore now. Crash to the surface when it gets up. Far from the shadow, in the shadow, in the shadow, in the shadow.
You're lying on your mat. Just notice the simple inhale and the exhale. Out of all the virtues, perhaps simplicity is the most favourite. So much so that perhaps simplicity can solve most of the problems, personal as well as the world problems. If we approach life with simplicity, perhaps people would not need to lie, quarrel, steal, envy, anger, or abuse. Everyone would have enough and would have plenty, so people wouldn't need to hoard, gamble, speculate, or hate. When our character is beautiful, we too are beautiful, and that is the beauty of simplicity. Take a deep inhale in through the nose, a big letting go sigh out the mouth. Keeping the body where it is, but just perhaps bringing some gentle movement in the fingers and the toes. To appreciate the simplicity in life, one must escape the mind's need to complicate, and often that's what it is. Life is pretty simple, it's just our mind that sometimes complicates it. We don't need all the things, or you don't need all the things you think you need to do all the things you feel called to. You have all you need right now, right here. So keep it simple and make your life beautiful. Place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Let's breathe together by taking a deep inhale in through the nose, a big letting go sigh out the mouth. The key is to create space and time for your heart and your soul, and then you'll know what truly matters. And for a simple life, eat less, move more, buy less, make more, stress less, laugh more, feel blessed, love more, and find a quiet spot every day, simply just to breathe. Namaste.
We hope you've enjoyed another Stretch and Flow with Rashi, the full body stretch, a great way to start your day. Please make a comment, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe to this channel for more great Stretch and Flows. Talk to you soon. Have a great day.